Hello. I did a video a year ago now, nearly. I think it's called Lemmy's bass playing style or something, but a general overview of Lemmy's bass playing. But I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been wanting to do like an actual song, how to play a song that contains a number of like Lemmy-isms, or whatever you might want to call them. So I've chosen "Stay Clean." Well, I mean, you pretty do any Motorhead song really, but "Stay Clean" has got a number of interesting points to it, little things to look at. So I mean, for a bass player, it's quite an easy. The central riff is quite easy because it's one note with that classic approach note thing. Of course, most of them Ace of Spades, you know. There's the one note riff and the approach note, which is when he just, it's like it's like I always call it a reset, you know. And it becomes quite important, especially in really fast stuff like, I don't know, Burner or something, where you see him doing that a lot because it keeps him sharp and on the beat when there's really not much room, well, none whatsoever. It's so tight and it's so fast. But anyway, that's the beauty of the approach note. But on "Stay Clean" we can kind of slow it down a bit and have a more sort of leisurely look at it. So it's basically, if Eddie was playing the riff, just trying to do on the bass, and something like that. I just realised actually, after nearly 30 years I've been playing it wrong on the guitar. There's another note in there, drops down to the E, something like that. I have to have another look at it. There's a guy who does loads of covers. You just see him, he never shows his face, but he's really good guitar. He remembers all the solos, he does them, as though he does Motorhead Finley, loads of stuff, but he played it. I was like, I've been playing it wrong. Anyway, sorry I got off the topic there, but where are we? "Stay Clean." So let's look at riff. So just keep that. That's basically it. And chucking another note there. That'll be backed up the drums, you know. So let me do. There's a lot of that approach note thing I spoke of, especially sort of. It's a good little exercise just in itself. Slow it right down. And then when you speed up, you'll almost naturally start to do the hammer on, maybe the pull off as well. Yeah, it's a pull off as well, as you speed it up to normal, you know. I can tell, see before, I know the way, etc. So let's quickly have a close up. Sorry about my crap camera, but you know, I'll do the best with this one. That's a good little riff just to stay on. And then need to get more confident. Just staying on that riff, there's if you see it covered on YouTube, a lot of bass players will they'll flesh it out with the bottom A's or the open bottom A, which requires, otherwise, if you play it like, which I've seen loads of, it's this thing when people play Lemmy sometimes, not to rubbish anyone's playing, I'm not doing that, but it's this thing I sometimes when people, it's Lemmy, I can just, you know, and it's completely opposite of what he was doing. He was very controlled, no matter how loud and everything. Anyway, so sometimes when people do the bottom A, it's actually much better with the palm, this is palm heel, to sort of mute it, which is light gently on, so it kind of sounds. So take it off, stick that on. And once again, if you're just starting out on the bass, or you're still, you know, finding your way, another great little exercise, just that. Take the hand on, take it off, put it on lightly, getting used to the feel. But so at the end, when it's the guitar solo, stay clean, stay clean, stay clean, Johnny, oh baby. and Eddie's goes into it, Lemmy often, depending on how he's feeling, he either just do that, or he might do both. But certainly when the guitar solo came in, he'd stick that bottom, so he's playing octave. Probably doing a bit of muting there. You can actually mute that A string by using any spare finger. It's a finger you've got there, but that's very tricky. So that was it. So that's it for the first part. Then chorus. Oh no, no one else. I think Eddie just does an E. Eddie does a little riff on the E. I think he might do that. But I'm just going to stick with notes at the moment. Oh no, E, no one else. Got the right to make it. Right, so again the rhythmic thing with the approach note, and also controlling, of course, the tempo or the pattern. And this is building up to something. It sounds already like it wants a payoff. Oh no, no one else is going somewhere. And the payoff is on the D, which there's your classic Lemmy drone string thing. Well, octave, so octave really. Open D, doubling up on the D on the G string. Oh no, no one else. Got the right to make a shine for yourself. And it's emphasised is what I'm trying to say, I guess, there. So it's all downward stabs. I think we'll just exaggerate it just for the purposes of the exercise. Excuse me as I have a sip of coffee. We'll exaggerate. We'll just isolate and just exaggerate a bit. All downward strokes. Oh no, no one else. You've got the right to make a shine for yourself. Stay clean, and then you're back. But that is the sort of the payoff, you know. And then, okay, so just one more time quickly. No. And you can stick in the passing note there. Keep on track. Now, of course, the distinguishing, well, one of the distinguishing points of this song is the bass solo, which Lemmy he was very happy using the pentatonic scale. But he does this little, he expands upon this motif, which is a classic 4-chord box, which is E, G, A, D on 2 strings, A and the D string. Then go up to the D string, 5th fret, 7th fret, and 5th fret on the A. And then you've got, this is where it starts to get a little bit tricky, because he starts to play around the beat. Doing various motifs on that pattern, and then of course he goes on to do something else. I won't play it note for note because I don't know it note for note, but I've know 90% close enough. It's the same note, it's just not in exactly the same order. But basically doing. So there he starts to, if that's a 4-chord box there. So first of all, just does. In fact, it might be only one time he stays in that box, and then, but anyway, he starts to break out of it pretty quickly. Then he starts to work his way up, and you just got to remember your pentatonic scale, which starting on the A would be 7th fret, 10th, 7th, 9th, 7th, 9th. So pull-offs in there. Now this one, let's just go straight up to the G, because the main sort of little lick is on the G. Something like that. But while he's up there, I'm not going to say this fret, this fret. I just want to get more across the. You can find the tabs for it. Not going to read music, you know, just the where they put the numbers on the strings to show the frets. But it's the sliding and pull-ons and pull-offs, and the staccato kind of. And then that sort of, that kind of like almost like an exhalation of breath as he goes back into it. So. And of course, that's if he was doing it live. That was when he took the solo, especially when when it's the two guitarist period. Hobbsy, I think was a technician, would be pushing his bass right up in the mix, and then he does it. He's bringing him back down. Bring Lemmy back down, so he's kind of coming back into the mix. So that's that kind of whole thing. It's sitting back in. It's like and back to it. So it's just, I mean, you can find the tabs for the actual solo to learn it note for note if that's what you like. But just the actual techniques of it, it's just you can almost just, the beauty of this song when you're learning it is just take little bits of it, little parts, and just practice them like I showed before. Even with just playing open string, you know. The palm muting, but here you can. I mean, nothing works like finding the odds, however long you can get, you know. Just sitting down and working out little riffs on one string, and then starting to stick in more strings. I've done another video for time Pentatonic Scales. Well, I guess there's about 2 million videos of Pentatonic Scales on the bass on YouTube, so it's all good. About 12:40, right? I didn't want this video to go on too long, but anyway, it's kind of it's come round, and it's just the final, you know. Clean, stay clean, stay clean, stay clean. It's on the old baby. And then Eddie Clark would come in, and he'd probably stick in the E, stick in the bottom A, the open A. Yeah, with the control, not to be boring, but that is just one of my, because I'm so, I don't know, snotty. I don't know what to say. Because I'm such a Motorhead fan, it just, when sometimes people say, "Oh, this is Motorhead, man," they play bass like, you know. I've already said all this, but it was actual. There was that real pin sharp control behind it. So, but Lemmy, you know, he hated it when the bottom dropped out when a guitarist took a song. So he would, you could even play the chord and have, you know, but keeping the palm muting, so you got some control there. And then just to finish this off very quickly. I like that drone string. So he's doing the D to C ending, but he's playing the C on the G, which is the 5th fret. So it's 7th and 5th, and that kind of clash. So it wants to resolve to something. So again, he's creating that tension in the song. And I think live on or much later on with Phil and Mickey D, Phil Cameron and Mickey D, they go down to the G on what's it, Everything I Had and Everything Else. So they sort of stretched it out a bit, but just for, you know. And then, yeah, he's just hitting everything, you know, cymbals going. You can do the final chord down or up, whatever you like. So yeah, that was just, I hope that was useful, you know, just to anyone watching this or anyone who's starting out, especially, because it'd be more for them. Just how to, you know, little various things there, just go into more detail on an actual song. Classic, sort of classic Lemmy, as it were. But they're all classic, but that one had a number of his little, as I said, Lemmy-isms at the start. Okay, I think that's enough of that. Cheers.